Welcome back to Tipping Point. I'm your host, Riley Lewis, filling in for Kara McKinney. Former White House doctor and current Texas Congressman Ronnie Jackson is demanding that Biden take a drug test before and after Thursday's debate with President Trump. Jackson addressed an official letter to both Biden and to the current White House physician, Dr. Kevin O'Connor. The congressman argues in part, quote, "On behalf of millions of concerned Americans, I demand that you submit to a clinically validated drug test in order to reassure the American people that you are mentally fit to serve as president and not relying on performance-enhancing drugs to help you with your debate performance or on a day-to-day basis to assist you in performing your duties as president of the United States. This drug test should be administered both immediately before and after the debate and should include, but not be limited to, performance-enhancing drugs. The results of these drug tests should be immediately released to the public along with a complete list of all medications you are taking on a daily basis or have taken on an as-needed basis, as well as any performance-enhancing medications you are taking or plan to take prior to the debate." End quote. Now, will Biden actually submit to a drug test? No. But at least it's on the record for posterity. And going back once more to the debate on Thursday, I'm sure you've all seen by now the clip of CNN's Kasie Hunt cutting off her interview with Trump campaign spokeswoman Karoline Leavitt, giving her a taste of the treatment President Trump can expect on Thursday night. Watch.
First of all, it would take someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep
President
attacking
Trump
my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you
I'm
continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the
expectation
panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later this week in Atlanta for this debate. Our thanks to Karoline.
I mean, why did she turn into a malfunctioning robot at the end there? Everything Leavitt said was true. Jake Tapper has never been fair to President Trump, and now they have the ability to just cut his mic. I think the best response to this whole situation came from Kelly Paul, the wife of Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. She posted, quote, "Kasie celebrated actual violence against Rand Paul on air. She described his assault and injuries as her favorite story. Now she hysterically calls legitimate criticism of Jake Tapper an attack," end quote. Here's the clip that she's referring to, by the way, and you'll notice that Kasie does that weird malfunctioning thing here too when she realizes that her glee became a little too obvious. Watch.
The incident that left Senator Rand Paul with 6 broken ribs. This might be one of my favorite stories, although of course we don't want to. Clearly Senator Paul is still struggling.
Joining us now to discuss how Trump's biggest debate opponents are the media, not Biden, which she writes about in this recent article for The Federalist, is their elections correspondent, Brianna Lyman. Brianna, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thanks so much for having me.
So you wrote this great piece about it, about the fact that Trump's real enemy on Thursday night is not necessarily Joe Biden, but actually the American media. And as we just saw, clearly that is the case. Could you explain a little bit more about what you're expecting to see on Thursday night?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, unfortunately, Donald Trump spent 4 of his entire presidential term battling the media for every little thing he did because they wanted to essentially smear him as this extremist, this right-wing nut job, and he was none of those things. And unfortunately, this coming Thursday, we will see a debate. It's going to be 3-1. It's not Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. It's Donald Trump versus Jake Tapper, Dana Bash, and Joe Biden. And with Tapper and Dana Bash in particular, let's go over some of their credentials that Karoline Leavitt unfortunately was not able to share with the world because she was cut off. Jake Tapper, compare Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler. He was the largest, if not one of them, the peddler of the Russia collusion hoax. He also, the former spokesman for Hooters, he consistently cheered on the 2020 election results, saying that it was a dark day, but now that Joe Biden's elected, things are great. You have Dana Bash, her ex-husband, Jeremy Bash, is one of the famous, 51 intelligence officials who said Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation. The network as a whole, they released the debate questions, they leaked them to Hillary Clinton in 2016. So I don't expect Donald Trump to have a fair debate this Thursday.